You got it. It's another episode of Fuel. I'm Ian Gordon along with Dennis Pitzenbarger and Nick Miles.
Got a packed show for you this week, taking a look at hybrids. We're looking at the Toyota Camry Hybrid and the Honda Accord Hybrid. And then in our In the Pit segment, we're trucking off to Grand Prix Imports to take a look at project vehicles. And of course, we'll have all the news that you need.
And it starts right now.
Welcome back to the Fuel Show. Still to come, some fuel news, our second Behind the Wheel, and our In the Pit segment. But it's time for our first Behind the Wheel. We're taking a look at the Toyota Camry Hybrid. Now, this vehicle, the Camry, has been the most popular sedan in the United States 8 out of the last 9 years. The Hybrid goes 700 miles on one tank. That's an EPA rating of 40 miles a gallon. And 4,000 of them are produced at the Georgetown, Kentucky factory every month. The Camry also comes in its own specific colors. Here's Dennis and Ian with a first look at the 2007 Toyota Camry Hybrid.
The first category for the Toyota Camry Hybrid is Q Factor, and it's the Gadget X Core. And what I really like is the plasma cluster air filtration system.
Yeah, this is something I believe that every car should have. It actually ionizes the air before it comes into the interior, taking out germs that can cause odors.
It also takes out germs and odors from the cabin itself.
Another thing besides the obvious, which is the motor and the technology that makes it a hybrid, is things like the navigation system. It has Bluetooth, it has a 440-watt JBL surround sound system that, for audiophiles like Ian and I, really enhances the driving experience of the car.
It's also got dust-sensing headlights, which is a plus, especially in a sedan at this price. And it's also got tire pressure monitoring, which is nice for family vehicles.
Now, did you say dust or dust?
Dusk with a K.
Okay, I won't sand in my garage anymore, but how are you going to score it?
I'd give it 4.25 on Q Factor. Our next category for the 2007 Toyota Camry Hybrid is curb appeal, and I really like how they fashioned the front end to look like the rest of the family.
I think you're onto something there. You know, when you look at the way hybrids are designed, they wanted to be in the beginning so much like a different car. They tried to make them look like a hybrid, make them look kind of out of place or different. And I think that was kind of a detriment to them getting out into the public to be accepted. Now, this new Toyota Camry looks like every other Camry, minus a couple badges and some special paint colors we're not all that fond of.
Like Greedo green.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. But beyond that, it's really just about the nice angular lines, the way that the whole car flows together, and I think that they made a really sharp-looking vehicle. Now, you take away the green and you get one in black or a nice red color, and you get, I don't know if I'd hot glue off those hybrid emblems, but for me, I really like the way it looks.
I really also like the color-matched grille. I think that's a neat feature. It gives it kind of an aftermarket look as well.
Yeah, and you can also get some really sharp-looking wheels, both regular and optional.
3.75 for curb appeal. Performance is up next for the 2007 Camry Hybrid, and, well, it doesn't perform like a race car.
I don't think they were trying to make it a race car. Hey, listen, right from the get-go, you have to start with some of the items that it has. It has a 2.4-liter four-cylinder. It doesn't have a lot of horsepower from the start. Then you add in the constant velocity transmission. Now, for me, it seems a little weird. It doesn't go through the gears because there aren't any. It just kind of keeps on revving and goes up to the power zone. Now, when you talk about the electric motor added on, yes, it has instant torque. That's the advantage of the electric motor. And I don't think a lot of these things really matter to the people that want a hybrid. They want fuel efficiency, they want efficiency when it comes to environmental impact, and you get that with the hybrid Camry.
Although you do get 0 to 60 in 8.9 seconds, we do have to give performance a 3. Fit and finish is the next category for the Camry Hybrid, and one thing that I enjoy about this new line of Camrys is the interior. They've created cubby holes and places to put your cell phone and your keys, little hiding nooks and crannies, all about the vehicle to increase cabin comfort.
I think cabin comfort might be one way, maybe efficiency. Toyota does such a great job of making it efficient with the space that you have inside. Now, you might not think that that has to do with fit and finish, but when you spend so much time in your vehicle, I do 500 miles a week for business alone. You have to be able to work within your vehicle. Material choices top-notch, but on top of it, it's build quality.
Yeah, absolutely. Usual build quality is out of this world, just like every other Toyota, and just like every other import that we talk about on the show. Those are always top-notch. We'd have to give it 4.5 for fit and finish. Drivability is our final category for the Camry Hybrid, and if you could get past that eerie feel of the constant velocity transmission as well as being completely silent at a stoplight, it's just like every other Camry.
And I think that's what the buyer's looking for. They want a special type of vehicle that isn't so special. They're not looking for a Ferrari. They're not looking for a Suburban or even a Jeep Rubicon. They want something that's kind of today's modern 40s businessman's coupe from Chevrolet. I mean, they're looking for something that can do it all on a daily basis, but not be flashy and not be overstrung or underpowered or do anything that it shouldn't do. They want efficiency, and in this case, they get it both environmentally and on a day-to-day basis. They want something they can sit in comfortably and drive every day, and they want something that has a good audio system, a place to plug in your iPod or your cell phone, and this car gives it to you.
Yeah, you also add that with, well, one drawback. You lose about 5 cubic feet of trunk space because of the batteries, but all in all, that with the tire pressure monitors and the dust sensing headlights, 7 airbags increase safety, we'd have to bump drivability to a 4.25.
Okay, let's see how Dennis and Ian scored the 2007 Toyota Camry Hybrid. For Q Factor, they gave it a 4.25. In curb appeal, a 3.75. For performance, a 3.0. In fit and finish, they gave it a 4.5. And finally, in drivability, a 4.25. The 2007 Toyota Camry Hybrid got 19.75 out of a possible 25. In our second Behind the Wheel, we'll get a chance to look at the Honda Accord Hybrid. In our In the Pit segment, we'll be talking to Grand Prix Imports about project cars. And when we return, we'll get you up to date with fuel news. The Fuel Show is made possible by the Russ Auto Group, Baxter Auto Parts, Northside Ford, 4-Wheel Parts Performance Center, Grand Prix Imports, and Ray Reese Dealerships.